Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Tron Ares. Sorry I didn't get the release it Tuesday. Hey, here's what's out on demand. But this is really it. Jared Leto, Greta Lane, Jeff Bridges again, which is awesome. Evan Peters is in this. I didn't know that. I've seen the other two Trons, the original, and then this sequel. I forget what that one was called. Garrett Delahun or whatever his name is. I think he's awesome. He's currently in Tulsa King that I'm watching. Anyway, he's in a lot of things, but he was in that one. I really thought he was going to blow up from that. But this is a highly sophisticated program. Ares is sent from the digital world to the real world on a dangerous mission. I don't know. If you've seen the other Trons, you know what it is, right? And there was cool games too, I think. Back in the arcade days, they had Tron. Artificial intelligence, cyberpunk, action, adventure, and sci-fi. Now, currently rated at 6.4 on IMDb, 41,478 people rated it so far. When you see the sequel, Jeff Bridges' piece, that was, for me, pretty cool. This is back in the day when you couldn't make everything look like they had Jeff Bridges as a younger Jeff Bridges and went back. So that was really cool back then. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the characters. Olivia Wilde is in that one too, so I liked it a lot. Because I liked the original. I don't know. This didn't get a great review from a lot of people. People said, but then I heard somebody who was like, "Don't trust everything you hear. It's a great movie. They just did a poor job of marketing in it. Somebody says a bad word and it spreads along. So who knows? I don't know what we're getting into. Let's see. This is why you came to listen, and I'm taking too much time. Let's get to the meat. Stick around. I'll be right back in like minutes. I'll let you know what I think. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Tron Ares, and mixed emotions on this one, right? So this is a movie I think, too late now, I immediately thought of my uncle, who was a big sci-fi movie kind of guy, and I think it's something like I wish I could have saw it with him in the theaters. This is definitely a theatrical kind of movie that you want to see on the big screen, right? And mine's pretty big, but I think it's a little bit different than an actual movie theater. So I think that's one thing, right? And it's really, but I think that's what it's built for, is that type of, um, eye-popping type cinema, if you will. Because I think while it's good, and there might be more here. We're at the credits here. Oh, so there's more coming on. So I'm not. I gotta pause it now because a little post-credit scene that I didn't know about. I started talking to you too soon. So we'll see what that's like, right? I also think it's important for you to watch the other ones, Tron and Tron Legacy, to understand this a little bit more. Like Tron and Tron Legacy are basically Tron is a game that somebody's made, code. It's computer code, whatever, and they go into it. Right, and there's a whole lot that goes on to that and stuff like that, and it's really about gaming. Like in the movies, from what I remember, they're playing a game. I mean, it's like might be life or death, right? But they're playing a game, which is fun, like battles and stuff like that. But it's all in this digital, and even from the first one to the second one, you see, some advancements, of course, with the way that they just make movies, and they do reflect back on the first one, right? And that's really cool. And Jeff Bridges is in this, as I said. So I love that. I love the connection. I love the cinematography. I don't know, the visuals of this movie. And I like the plot line. But I just felt the plot line, and this is where I was getting to. Sorry, long way around, but I felt it was built for this big eye-popping type cinema movie. And it steered away from, the depth of characters and, emotional attachment to them. Right? That's just my theory. I think they could have went deeper with everybody, and I would have enjoyed it more. Maybe other people don't. Maybe this surface kind of stuff, this is what you need just to get through this and then enjoy like the CGI or whatever that they did to make this film. But for me, I wanted to care more. I wanted to be connected more. So this is about, this CEO of this big company, and the reverse of this in the movie. So in the other movies, you're trying to get in there and play and be a part of the computer. Here, the computer AI is coming out, wants to be a part of the world. And so they're looking for something, the permanence code, that's going to allow them to stay longer. They can only stay for 29 minutes, right? So they're bringing people out of the code into the real world. And so that's great. And of course, Jared Leto plays Ares, who wants to, be permanent for some reason. But you don't know much about him. You know what I mean? Why? Why does he care? And then he meets another girl. She's the one who has a permanence code, right? She's the acting CEO of another company, whatever. She's got a little bit of a backstory with her sister. Like it, cool. But like, you don't get the reason he wants to be in the real world. He immediately gets emotions and gets, empathy and all these different kinds of things in a computer. It was like really quick, and so it was like, I don't know, that just happened so quickly. Everything evolved very, very quickly. Like he seemed to kind of like this girl in a sense, and so now he wants to be alive. And it's like, it's a 2-hour movie. I don't know how you I was engaged and watched it, but they didn't spend enough time, I think, in developing those types of things and stuff like that. And, like he's even referencing, he goes back into the old Tron, right? For a certain reason. That's where Jeff Bridges is. And he refers to him as an old friend. And it's like, he has like 3 minutes of screen time. There's no depth there. So I just think there's a lot there. I don't know how you squeeze it into a 2-hour movie, but I know there's people out there that can do it, right? People can go out there. They make it connected to a character from jump, and they build the depth along the way, and you really are emotionally tied to these people. In this case, I wasn't, but I wanted to be. Like what's this guy going to do? Now he's alive in the world, which is probably worse than where he was. He's got, no job or no friends, no family, no nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. That was the biggest thing for me was that piece of it. Just really too quick and too much on the surface. I think we could have gone deeper. Here's one thing I do want to say. I should have said it at the beginning because I don't know how many people stay to the end to watch these. But I think Gary V was in this movie. I swear he was in the opening scene when Jared Leto comes out of the computer and he's there and he's talking. There's Gary V. Gary whatever. You know who I mean. He was in this movie. He doesn't have any lines or anything like that, but I swear it was him in this movie. So that was pretty neat. So there you go. I think if you've watched the other Trons, you're going to watch this one. And hope, whatever, you might love it. I didn't hate it. But like I said, I wanted more. There's nothing wrong. People said Jared Leto. I don't know. I thought he was fine. I thought everything was great about this movie, except for the lack of depth. And a character development and emotional tie to characters. The whole thing, right? So, and I'm big on that. That's just me. But it's fun to watch. There you go. That's what I got. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.